In my perspective, it all begins when you meet your twin flame, right? When you get activated. So I don't think it's a good idea to like make this a plan. If your twin flame didn't show up yet, well, I don't know if you should really make that a plan, because I think you might have a romantic idea around this connection, which is a false belief altogether, right? So yeah, my name is Judith. This is Twin Flame Essentials. A very warm welcome to the channel. And it's all about twin flames. It's all about the twin flame journey. And I was thinking about twin flames and the universe, and Spirit wants me to deliver some messages, wants me to talk about some things, and that's something that I was thinking about, that when you are on the twin flame journey, well then you you're ready to do all of those things. And sometimes it takes even a while, right? Because nothing happens unless you decide to move forward. Nothing happens unless you decide to commit to yourself and your own healing, right? And this all can really take a while. And in this whole process, there are a lot of things that are like falling away, so to speak. There are a lot of people, places, and things that you have to leave behind. It just happens, yeah. And you yourself, you will maybe change, you will maybe like begin a new career, you will maybe like move to a different place or whatever it is. There's a lot of movement also on the outside, yeah, not only on the inside. And it can get quite lonely sometimes. So we go into this hermit mode quite a bit. And we also learn that it's just simply not possible to be together with people that are not on the same vibration. There might be even people reaching out, and you feel that it's just not, you just don't want to be with them. It's just not possible. And then that's the reason, right? Because there's a gap vibration-wise that was maybe not there before. And some people, they have a high when it comes to their vibration. Maybe they experience something in their lives. All of a sudden, they're like on cloud 9. But after that, they go down again. And we as twin flames, we are also like, our energy is not stable all the time. But there comes, after we have invested in doing the inner work, and invested in our healing, there comes a time where this is more stable, right? And where we are like more in higher vibration, that's really where things, many things start at first falling away and then coming back, because there is also a change. Later we can also deal with anyone really and stay in the high vibration, but that's another thing, right? So we are more and more connecting to the universe, to all that is, right? We are more and more realizing that our whole existence is a constant dialogue with the universe, and that our twin flame is just taking part in this, right? Our twin flame is a part of this. Yeah, that's just how it is, and that's not always doesn't feel always very comfortable, doesn't feel always very good. Yeah, there are a lot of challenges also that are coming our way when it comes to this relationship, and we go through up and downs, and we even go through a phase where we don't want the connection altogether. So believe it or not, right? But that's just the path. We are like freeing ourselves completely from all those conditions. And so we move to this place, and it takes a while, as I said, right? And it's you have to choose that. And I think it's a bad idea to start from a romantic idea. I want to meet my twin flame, and that's the romantic partner, the perfect partner for me. Maybe there are people who can achieve this in that way, but I think there are just hurdles, and there are just things that might not work out the way that you want, and there are just things that you cannot foresee right now. So yeah, I think it's a good idea to move forward when your twin flame shows up, right? When your twin flame shows up, and when you are activated, and when you are in this intense connection, and you feel the pull, and you experience the honeymoon phase, and you experience the breakdown or the pulling away from your twin, when you experience this urge to chase the other one, and when you then slowly but surely understand that it's not about chasing the other person, but committing to yourself. And that's, I think, the longest phase, right? When you because you also have to have the tools then to do the inner work. So yeah, it's quite a ride, and your twin flame is in this as well, right? You're not alone. Your twin flame is like going about his life with a lot of questions as well. But one thing is for sure: you can never force this connection. You can only ever align with it, and that's where the whole universe comes into play, and where all of our other relationships, all of everything is moving, right? And of course the direction that we are moving, that's peace. We're moving towards peace. We're moving towards calmer waters in all areas, and we maintain that calm, that peace. Or you could also say we are in love, and we are like coming from a place of love wherever we go and with whomever we interact. Yeah, that's the goal. And first and foremost, we have to learn to come from a place of love when it's about us. Yeah, and so because we are criticizing ourselves more than maybe other people are criticizing us, right? We're criticizing ourselves. We are very, very harsh sometimes. And there are also underlying belief systems that we might not even be so conscious of, that are to our detriment, right? And we find all of those things when we go inward, when we are in hermit mode, and when we experience this beautiful flow of giving and receiving with the universe. And when we understand, when we begin to grasp that we are not separate from all and everything, that we are not separate from love, that we are not separate from anything that is flowing, right? Any energy, everything is energy, and we are not separate from that, and we can choose where we are with our vibration, right? We do not need to stay down somewhere in jealousy or fear, or anger, or whatever it is. But it might be like there might be some things that we need to dive into in order to release them. So it's not about ignoring this. Our emotions are always valuable. Anything that shows up for a reason, and it is very, very important for our path. So it's never about ignoring our feelings and just trying to be happy all the time. Yeah, that's not what it's all about. But still, this can, at some point, this could be useful, right? To say, no, I'm not going there. And be aware that a lot of feelings, like the low feelings, very often sadness, for example, is coming from your twin. Yeah, you don't have the boundaries. And then all of a sudden you feel, for example, his or her sadness, but that's not your sadness. You can send it back. Yeah, don't choose it. That's not for you. And when it's your sadness, then you deal with it, right? Just have a look and go deeper. And there are certain techniques that you can use. And if you want to know more about this, feel free to book a session. If you're in any way stuck or have like uncertainties along your journey, or like, yeah, I know what it feels like, right? When you are like feeling that pain as well, and of being rejected, and you don't understand, you cannot read, and you cannot read what's happening, and you cannot release the feelings and the energy, right? The belief systems. It's all about belief systems. And once you clear those belief systems, your feelings will change as well, right? That's interacting with the universe. The universe is going to show you completely different things. And once we understand this, we are free in a way. Yeah, we are free, and that's the goal. We want to be free. Your twin flame wants to be free as well, right? So we want to play with the universe. We want to show others how to play with the universe. We want to be the creators that we are meant to be. And that's very clear to you, I assume, right? And it's also very clear to your twin flame. The twin flame has the same desire. He also wants to be free, also wants to be in his creator self, and also wants to experience, like, to be one with all that is, also wants to experience the manifestations that come with this. Yeah, and that's what I always say. It's alignment, and then the joy is to receive money that comes from alignment, to receive relationships that come from alignment, to get to see or visit or whatever places that come from alignment. And everything comes from alignment, and you'll be surprised what that is, right? That's so much, and it feels so good because it comes from alignment. Yeah, and there is a difference from for example, I think it's always very clear when it comes to money. There is a difference between money that comes from alignment and be it a huge lump sum of money, and money that comes from abuse or whatever, right? There is a difference to that. And of course, we want to create, or we are part of those souls that are here to create, or to go to this place of alignment and to show others where this is. And for twin flames, it's very obvious, and it's a quick way to alignment. It's very clever. The universe is very clever here, because we want this love, right? It's, I always say, like the carrot that's dangling in front of us, and we follow through with everything, and there are people like me, right, who are like showing you what to expect along the path. As I said, for example, that there will come a time where you maybe don't want the connection anymore, because that's just a sign that you are free. It's just a sign that you give yourself the freedom to choose. There is nothing that has to be or that has to go a certain way. But the only thing that is true is that you can choose, right? There's choice, and you're free. You're also not bound to your twin flame. Yeah, it's true that you are connected, but it comes from your freedom to choose that alignment and to choose that connection. So first of all, you also have to feel that you are not condemned to be with them, right? So yeah, I think that those were the messages that came through for today. And yeah, if you want to work with me, you find everything in the description box. There is a link to click on, and I also offer 15-minute free spots, so we can check out a little bit. I can maybe give you a map and tell you a little bit what you can expect if you work with me. And you are, of course, also, you have the time to ask me a question. So 15 minutes is not so short. It's really like we could do quite a bit. And also I can do quite a bit in an hour. My sessions are an hour long, and I really don't lose time with a lot of talking. It's very quick that I determine the places where we need to go and just clearing the underlying beliefs. Yeah. So yeah, I see you in the next video. I wish you a beautiful day as always. Take care, everyone, and yeah, see you soon.